but it's there.
All right, everybody, welcome to the joint O&M committee. I need a motion to approve the minutes of last month's meeting. Ms. Frazier, Mr. Blaze, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. All right, action agenda, we'll turn it over to Jeff.
Okay, and the first page is an authorization to pay the Village of Lake George for labor and material, as well as a contract reimbursement related to the park maintenance.
I'm sorry, something was in my ear over here.
First page is authorization to pay the Village of Lake George for labor, material, and contract expense related to the park maintenance.
Yeah?
This committee does not have to.
Okay, well, I need a motion to pay the village. Ms. Wood, not Ms. Frazier.
Why they vote on it?
Excuse you. Mr. Leggett, did you second that?
Yes, I did.
All right, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Passed.
And page 5 is a request to refund $250 to the Lake George Fishing Alliance King George Fishing Derby. What do you guys want to explain?
You want to explain that?
They just didn't use the site, right?
We didn't use the site. Last year it rained, and we moved all the activities to the Lake George American Legion building, so we never used the site. We did only use the front of it anyway for registration, but we didn't use it at all last year.
So you want to refund?
Refund of our deposit.
Refund the
I believe
deposit?
the treasurer's office asked for a specific resolution.
Okay.
That was my discussion with that thing.
Move it.
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. They'll get a check.
And the last item just for discussion is the dog park.
Over the past several years, there has been a very active group in the Lake George region seeking space for a dog park. As you know, the Dog Beach is a very popular place on Beach Road that's operated by the state of New York, and many folks gather there every day and use it to bring their dogs in the water. But there is a group of people that formed, and they've been coming to the village meeting and town meetings on and off, looking for areas to create a dog park. They came to our last meeting and suggested that the festival space during times when it's not used for events would be a very nice place for a dog park. It's fenced in, it's huge, it's flat, it's grass, there is water, and obviously there's restrooms and parking. We did not offer any comments on it. We've gotten about 10 or 11 letters that were in favor of our exploring it from folks that I'm sure were contacted by members of the committee. The committee's offered whatever volunteer assistance we need to operate a dog park there, and I'm bringing it before this committee today as I promised them. I'm running for re-election again, you know, so I want to keep my promises. Isn't that funny? Now, we had several concerns, and I promised them I would bring it to this committee. It's open, it's obviously many days there, the people are walking right by there to get to the beach, and they're going right by that spot.
Well, when I read your letter, I mean, my only thought, you're talking about the whole thing
Just
wide open, not another area fenced in?
No, just the festival space area that's already fenced in, except for obviously the openings to go to the restrooms in the front, which we would never close those off. But they claim that it's not necessary to have a completely fenced-in area as much as it is one big wide open space where the dogs can run. And obviously they do other things as well.
Well, I mean, I know when everybody reads this, they'll get, you know, oh yeah, we can't use plastic bags anymore. No. The only concern I had when I read your letter, I mean, I had that problem in my town park, which is not a dog park.
Right.
We have signs, no dogs allowed, and when they come, people complain they're stepping in this and that. How are we gonna monitor the cleaning of it? That's the biggest
Well,
thing.
we do in the season have a attendant on duty all day there that watches the restrooms and so on. We do have one attendant there all day. But there's no question, we have 2 parks in the village and dogs aren't permitted, and we find out, and we have dog stations throughout the walkway. And we obviously could provide them for the dog park. But there is no question that as people, human nature has it, it would be could be a problem. At best, if the county was willing to do it, and the village was, a trial period of a couple of months or something, and to see how it goes, might or might not work. But, you know, there's a sprinkler system there, there's hoses there, there's no question that the grass would be impeded with certain elements, and and then we have an event coming in the next day or something like that. It could be problematic.
Mr. Leggett?
Mayor, the great playground up along the edge, is that within the confines of what would be the dog
No,
park?
that's outside, that
That's
would be
outside.
outside, only inside the fenced area.
Okay.
Where we now have activities, you know. It might work, we had a circus there 2 years in a row, and the grass was noticeably different the next day. We all noticed it immediately. It grew back after time, but they had a pen, you know, for their animals, and they were only there one day, and it impacted the area substantially. That's all I could say.
And then, would the park be open, is it usually open just to anybody
Yes.
now, and it would continue to be
Yeah,
as
the
well?
festival space is open. The main entrance does not have a gate, and that's open all the time. And presently, in the morning, you'll see a lot of people jogging or walking around the perimeter like they do at the Civic Center. There are a lot of joggers, a lot of walkers in there now, using the space. Yep.
That would be my other concern, too. You get joggers in the morning, some people let some dogs loose in there.
Right.
How are we responsible for dog bites? You know, I think we're opening a box that maybe, and that's only my opinion, I'll let the rest of the committee think about it.
I would agree with the chairman, exposure to risk on dogs running loose and joggers and young kids and whatnot.
I have an alternate site.
That's good.
Well, you always have to say what if. I have an alternate site at our Lake George Recreation area that they've identified as a spot that could be useful. The difference is it's not fenced in. It's, you know, there's no water there. It's not like the attraction that the festival space makes, but I think that place would probably be just as appropriate or better, so I'm agreeing with you.
Ms. Fraser, you have any other thoughts?
No, I agree with both you and
Okay.
Craig. I'm just...
Jeff, how do you feel?
I agree with everything that's said.
So, I think that's, yes.
You're still get elected.
We could bring it up to the vote. The county votes one way, the village votes another, yeah.
Yeah, I'll vote in favor of the dog.
All right, so right now, we'll just
I
say
don't
it's
think it-
tabled.
I would report back to the committee
Right.
that I polled the O&M, and we weren't interested in considering it now. We'd rather pursue the alternate site,
Thank you.
and we'll do that.
Good.
We'll do that. There is a great group. They come from all throughout Warren County. I want to say that. Many of them are from the town of Horicon and other places up there.
They
so-
are. They are first.
And then they came
They have to-
Chester.
they have to understand, you know.
I sent them to you.
We definitely need something like that in
Yeah,
some of
you
the
do.
towns,
Yeah.
because people really like it.
do.
But I think
True.
the festival space, there'll be too many, too long, too much, and I think that we have to pass
Dog
on it.
parks are very popular.
All right, very good. Jeff?
That's all I have.
All right, anything, privilege of the floor, anybody have any,
The only thing I wanted to do is just pass out, for anyone that's interested, this is an update on the bookings for the festival space. 2015, we opened with 1, but we were late. 2016, we had 6. 2017, we've got 16 bookings, and I'm working on 2 more. 1 show in June and 1 in July, with a European import auto show which has been in Burlington, Vermont for the past 3 years. Another really classy car show, and they're coming, I hope, I'm talking to them tomorrow, July 8th and 9th. So if you can see, we're booked from May, 5th and 6th, and we're booked a few times in May, all the way now to October 14th. I think the festival space is proving to be what we thought it would be. It's going to be very attractive. It doesn't have to be all music festivals. I think the variety of events we have this year, from barbershop quartets to car shows to music to a film festival, proves that that space will someday be full all summer long. So that's what we're hoping for.
thank you
But
for your
with
efforts.
any good luck, we're going to have 17 or 18 shows there this year.
Good job, thank you.
Hemmings Motorsports,
Yes.
I spoke to Jeff about it, and we worked it out. They're only going to use the, they want to use the county parking lot for 2 days for vendors, and they're sending back their application with $4,000. So they'll be all set. There will be a couple of vendors that may come late in the evening. Our men will go down there and block off just a couple spaces.
Anything else? Motion adjourned? Frazier? Leggett? All in favor?
Aye.
You're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, this is...